Hopefully, the situation will clear up shortly, and you'll all be able to go back. I appreciate your patience, madam. No, just a lucky guess.
Any news from the front line?
Still a standoff.
I could clean out my wallet. That'd take a couple hours.
Hey, I'm sorry this has hung you up, Inspector.
Oh, come on, Bonnie, forget it. Some crazy freak with a rifle. What does he care about people got to make deadlines? He probably just wants to waste a couple of cops, you know, get his name in the paper. You know the story, Bonnie. I heard voices. So then they put him in the fruit bin. He's out in a couple of months and writes a bestseller. But as long as we got some time, Bonnie, I could pick up a little more info on you, huh? Yeah, of course, there's not too much I don't already know about you, boy. Born Bernard Miller, 24 years on the NYPD, married, lovely wife Elizabeth, father of 2 fine children, David and Lisa.
That's Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah, but I kind of enjoy it, you know, Bonnie, chatting with all the cops, finding out about their families and their backgrounds, all the interesting things they've done. Because it makes my life story sound like something the cat dragged in.
Oh, come on, Inspector.
I suppose, Bonnie, there's hundreds of people whose obituaries could be written on the back of a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh, come on. You've had a long and full life.
Full? No kids, no wife, it's very full.
You've had a distinguished career. You've got many friends.
Oh, no. No friends, Bonnie. Acquaintances, maybe. Co-workers, yeah. People who suffer the company of the old inspector because he's an old inspector.
That's silly.
I know it's hard for you to understand, Barney. Your life's been so marvelous.
Well, I'd hardly go that far.
You don't have to humor me.
I'm not, believe me. I mean, I'm not complaining, but my life has hardly been marvelous. Believe me, I've had my share of problems. Financial setbacks, marital difficulties.
That's true.
Problems with the kids? Always problems with the kids. But my career hasn't exactly been a skyrocket to the top. Turned down for deputy inspector 3 times. 24 years on the force. Nothing's any better than the day I started.
Cheer up, Bonnie.
Sir, Mr. Norvis from Inventrix is here to see you.
Excuse me, Inspector.
Sure.
Your product is still in the development state.
And where will it be tomorrow? Bloomingdale's, only called Beach Buzzer.
I'm Captain Miller.
John Norvis, Inventrix, Inc. I'm here to sign that complaint. I must say, Captain, Mr. Thompson's actions are totally inexplicable to me.
Well, he seems to feel you've been trying to defraud him.
That's ridiculous,
So why won't you answer my calls?
because I have nothing to say to you. Mr. Thompson's device is still being examined and tested by our trained examiners and testers.
I'm sure you're aware, Mr. Norvis, that there have been many other complaints against your company.
So I'm not the first inventor you've ripped off.
Captain, I assure you, Inventrix is not in the practice of stealing people's ideas.
I'm not talking about ideas. I'm talking about money.
Oh, it is the policy of Inventrix to accept for consideration only those items we believe have a genuine potential. But at the same time, we cannot guarantee success. The fee we charge.
$2,100 in Mr. Thompson's case.
Yes, but that's simply to cover our in-house costs. Blueprints, mock-ups, analysis, and surveys to determine the potential market for the product.
And what would you say is the potential market for Tan Alert?
It's wide open. I mean, Mr. Thompson's device is certainly something that would be purchased by anyone who's been out in the sun too long.
Right.
Just out of curiosity, Mr. Norvis, what other inventions have you brought to market?
Oh, we have many in development.
In development?
These things don't blossom overnight, Captain. It's a lengthy process. We have feasibility studies, patent searches. Silly Putty took 6 years.
What you're actually saying, Mr. Norvis, is that you've never actually marketed anything.
But we're very close on a number of products. Our combination mango carver and potato juicer should be on the shelves any day now.
You know, there are those who might say that you're really in the business of exploiting people's delusions to make a quick buck.
I don't view it in that light, Captain.
Come on. You know and I know that nobody wants, nobody needs, nobody's gonna buy a combination mango carver and potato juicer any more than a cockamamie item like Tan Alert.
I don't know that that's true, Captain. However, it's possible we may have misjudged the current market for Mr. Thompson's device. And as we are an honest and conscientious organization, which doesn't want any trouble, we'd be happy to forget the entire matter and refund Mr. Thompson's fee.
Fine.
If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way. I'm sorry things didn't work out, Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, right.
Bye, Captain.
Mr. Norvis?
You know, Captain, maybe we are in the business of exploiting people's delusions. But at least we're not in the business of destroying people's dreams.
They're dropping charges. And you'll be getting your money back.
I heard. So am I free to go now?
I'm afraid not. There's still that weapons charge. You have to be arraigned on that.
I understand. Listen, I want to thank you.
Yeah.
It's not everyone who would go out of his way to do what you did.
I know I wouldn't.
I really didn't mean to put everyone to all this trouble.
Oh, it broke up the day.
For this, we evacuated a block?
Uh-huh. Wasn't easy, but we nailed it. Miss Dorothy St. Clair wanted for non-payment of rent.
I didn't realize it was such a serious infraction, but then I've only been paying rent for such a short time.
Until recently, Miss St. Clair was a resident of the East Side Psychiatric Center. She was released as part of a program to integrate patients back into the community.
I believe it's called dumping.
What happened?
Well, apparently Miss St. Clair was late with her rent payment. The landlord threatened to lock her out. So she told him she had a deer rifle and a sawed-off shotgun.
In reality, I have neither. Oh, hello again.
Yeah, hi. Anyway, when we got there, we surrounded the apartment and tried to talk her out.
They threatened me.
But what did you say you were going to blow our heads off for?
It seemed to be what you wanted to hear.
Then what happened?
After about a half hour, we still got no response, so we lobbed some tear gas in. We had to break down the door, and there she was sitting in front of the television watching her favorite soap opera.
Oh, if you miss even one day, you can be lost forever.
I know.
Miss St. Clair, I'm afraid we're going to need some more information.
Oh, I understand.
Harris, would you do the honors?
Miss St. Clair, would you have a seat right over here, please?
Oh, thank you.
Why, surely. Could I offer you a cup of coffee or tea?
Tea would be lovely, thank you. You know, Sergeant, I have always been dependent on the kindness of strangers.
Didn't Blanche Dubois say that?
Not to me.
Now that the A-team has returned, I'll be heading back downstairs.
Thank you for coming up, Lovett.
You love it?
Yeah.
Anybody downstairs needs a vest, they can have mine.
Feeling lucky, Sergeant?
Something wrong with you?
No, nothing. I just don't like the way it makes me feel.
Itchy?
Invincible. Really, Barney, I don't know about anybody else, okay? But when I put that thing on, I feel like some kind of super cop. Like I have a big W on me or something. And if I start feeling like I can't get hurt. Then I forget that maybe I could hurt somebody else.
Sir?
It's up to Sergeant Wojciechowicz.
Levitt? You don't mind, too. Doesn't fit philosophically.
What about you, Sergeant? Don't let peer pressure force you into a foolish show of bravado.
You can have this one, Levitt.
It's a little large.
Well, you can, make yourself a pair of those little britches out of what's left.
So, you decided to live dangerously, huh? Bully for you. It's the way to go. Why, if you put on those things, it's just the same as admitting to all that scum and killers out in the street that you scared them. That you'd rather hide behind some sissy little apron instead of going down like a real cop.
Levitt!
I was missing teeth. It was painful to chew. I cut up my food very small, and I would feel more and more limited.
I know she felt that she was holding people back. We couldn't go where we wanted to go out to eat.
I knew I had to try something, and that's what originally drove me to Clear Choice.
When a patient comes in for their free consultation, oftentimes they're not happy with their dentures. Dental implant procedures, they're more permanent. The materials are stronger. They're made with a higher level of technology.
Implants are like normal teeth. I mean, there was no pain. Dentures could never fit right. With the implants, you don't take them out. So there's no worry about them slipping. When you actually can eat and smile as much as you want, it's wonderful.
On this week's episode,
watch out for the mailbox. Nice work, buddy. This is fantastic.
We just got renewed for 5 more seasons.
When it's time to move, Credit Karma can help you build your credit.
I tell everybody about Poshmark. It's such an easy app to use. I can just open it up, sell items, buy items. I have made over $5,000 in the last month.
Get $5 off your first order. Download the free Poshmark app now and use offer code LOVEPOSH.
Cast a spell with a Spellman, Sabrina Spellman.
I love being a witch.
After all, what's scarier than high school?
This is going great.
What's Spelloween with Sabrina the Teenage Witch? The night of October 30th, starting at 6 Eastern, only on